Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the streets 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the Sea Champion. In the headlines, 60-year-old man paralyzed. His family says it was after COVID vaccination. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is still COVID positive and remains in quarantine. 13-year-old SCA student attempts suicide, online schooling and pressure to perform well being blamed. And now the news in detail. A 60-year-old Princestown man is hospitalized and is paralyzed from the waist down after taking the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. His distraught family says he suffered a blood clot and is claiming that his paralysis is linked to the jab. The man's nephew, Farid Ali, spoke to the media on the situation and had this to say.
Did they give a cause for the blood clot?
Yes, the doctors and them admit that it was the vaccine that caused the blood clot, and they say he have no other complication that could cause a blood clot to his body. The only thing that they see was the vaccine that caused the blood clot.
The man's relatives stated that the doctor said there is very little they can do for the man at this time.
The hospital is telling us that they can't do anything for him again. They only give him like a few hours or a few days according to how his body reacts. They giving him blood thinners and pain medication, and they can't do nothing for him again. It's only a matter of time now for him to just go.
Meanwhile, in response to this latest development, the country's chief medical officer, Dr. Roshan Parasram, made a statement on the situation.
There seems to be a causative link between the vaccine and this particular syndrome, which is emerging. So it is a thrombotic syndrome that really causes a drop in your platelet to an extent that you have bleeding and you have clot formation within your arteries. So generally speaking, it is an extremely rare side effect, I would say, of this particular vaccine.
Also, Chief Executive Officer of the Southwest Regional Health Authority, Dr. Brian Amor, said there is no evidence the man's condition is linked to the vaccine. In other news, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley remains in quarantine 8 days after being infected with the virus. Dr. Rowley was retested again on Monday, and results indicate that he is still positive from the virus and therefore will remain in quarantine at Blenheim House in Tobago. Meanwhile, 25 people are being monitored who were in close contact with the Prime Minister. According to Acting County Medical Officer of Health in Tobago, Dr. Tiffany Hoyt, says some of the people who were in close contact with the Prime Minister have returned to Trinidad.
They currently have persons who have been contact traced here in Tobago, and there are persons who, because they have returned to Trinidad, would be under the purview of the relevant county medical officers of health in Trinidad, depending on where they reside.
Breaking news reaching 919 News. With the continued rise in COVID-19 numbers, government has taken a decision to roll back restrictions on public gatherings, in-house dining and the use of beaches. Health Minister Terence Deyalsingh at today's virtual media health briefing detailed the change in the public health regulations, which will come into force from midnight. Under the new regulations, in-house dining at restaurants, cinemas, casinos and bars will be suspended. Public gatherings have been reduced from 10 people to 5. All beaches in TNT will be closed to the public, including down the islands. These restrictions will remain in place for the next 3 weeks. In more news, a 13-year-old student preparing to write the SCA exam on June 10th reportedly attempted suicide on Monday and has blamed online schooling and the pressure being placed on students to perform well as the reason behind it. The student, who attends a primary school in the Northeastern Education District, ingested an unknown amount of bleach around 6 a.m. on Monday while her grandmother was preparing for work. According to reports, the child reached out to her teacher immediately after ingesting the substance and explained what she had done. The teacher immediately contacted the child's guardian, and the child was rushed to the Arima Health Facility, where she was treated and stabilized before being transferred to the pediatric department at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount hope. Internationally, Denmark has ceased giving the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID vaccine amid concerns about rare cases of blood clots, the first European country to do so fully. The move is expected to delay the country's vaccination program by several weeks. Drug watchdog, the European Medicines Agency, last week announced a possible link with clots, but said the risk of dying of COVID-19 was much greater. Several European countries had previously briefly suspended the jab. On Tuesday, the US, Canada, and the European Union paused the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for similar reasons over clotting. South Africa has also paused its use, despite the Johnson & Johnson being its preferred vaccine because of its effectiveness against the South African variant. For both the AstraZeneca and the Johnson & Johnson, the blood clot side effects are extremely rare. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the Sea Champion. Recapping the headlines: 60-year-old man paralyzed. His family says it was after COVID vaccination. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is still COVID positive and remains in quarantine. 13-year-old student, SCA student, attempts suicide, online schooling and pressure to perform well being blamed. Stay tuned for the 5 minutes playway segment at 12:15. I am Vanessa Thomas. Good afternoon.